The number of times I had someone tell me, well, if you don't like it, 10 out of 8
Can't turn the camera on.
he was one that tried to use that. He liked to use that.
That's the question. There might be 10 out there that couldn't be.
That's fine.
When you've got young families, you've got more going on.
For those of you that are just tuning in, we are waiting on a little adapter to make sure our microphone plugs in and works, but we have got second half commentary coming up very, very shortly for you. So we're just waiting on an adapter to be picked up from the car. As professional as ever for radio sonar we are. In the meantime, do a bit of commentary through the phone microphone, hopefully it works. As Matt Ogley returns with the said adapter in his left hand as he holds it up to me, waving it about. We will be ready to go. You move over, that's alright. Plug it in first.
Come on, lads, come on! Come on, Sholing!
Good afternoon, welcome to the Universal Stadium. Here with Sholing at home to Alresford in the second half. Very dull first half display, 0-0. Sholing looking tired after a congested run of fixtures. The teams as follows: number 1, Ryan Gosney; number 2, Owen Royal; number 3, Marvin McLean; number 4, Terry Cuthbertson; number 5, Dan Miller; 6, Alex Storer; 7, Jake Cool; 8, Byron Mason; 9, Dan Mason; 10, Lee Wart; 11, Bradley Targett. On the bench, Bradley Norton; 14, Kevin Brewster; 15, Jack Nichols; 16, Jamie Bulpit; and 17, Jack Smith. Currently with Alresford in possession, throwing up the line. Marvin McLean will pick up and pass back to Ryan Gosney, who will then play out upfield with Lee Wart trying to challenge into the middle for Alresford Town. I'm joined this afternoon with Matt Ponter. Matt, just sum up how that first half display went.
It was a pretty dry first half, I think, from both sides. Sholing didn't really get themselves into the game as much. We saw it against AFC Bournemouth under-21s in the Hampshire Senior Cup quarter-final. It took them a while to get into that game, and again I think the fixture congestion just getting to them at this point in the season. But the good news is that Shaftesbury are 1-0 up at home to Horndean this afternoon, which means that if Sholing can get a goal and end up winning this game, with that result staying as it is, Sholing will win the Wessex Premier League today. If Horndean do get a goal back and that ends a draw, Sholing have all but won it, knowing that they have a superior goal difference and can definitely win it at Handball next week. But as for the first half goes, I think Sholing, like I said, they were a bit dry. They didn't really have that attacking prowess that you usually see. Dan Mason and Lee Wart on 99 goals together for the season, looking to make it their century today. Depends on how they play now in this second half.
Yes, absolutely, Matt. Yeah, need something a lot bit brighter in the second half, but Brad Targett is chasing at the moment in the Alresford half. Liam Hibbert will pass it back to Tewkesbury. He's under pressure from Brad Targett still. He comes off of Targett for a throw-in deep in Alresford's half. Hibbert will play it quickly up the line to Blacksall. He's in possession from Alex Sawyer. Referee has just given a foul against Sholing. In terms of ball counts this afternoon, our usual game, just 2 in that first half. We did set a record actually on Tuesday. 14 balls did go out of the grounds. I did promise to go and pick them all up, but I'm not really a man of my word, am I, Mike?
No, definitely not. I mean, I think you said if it reaches 7 or 8, I think, was the target that we usually set. I think 7 was our world record. I say world record, our record here at Sholing anyway. And you definitely said during that first half, in the first 2 minutes, you said, if more than 7 balls go out of play, I will be ball boy next time we come. And right now you're doing the league comms.
Yes, absolutely. But in terms of weather this afternoon, it's a very mild afternoon. First time Matt Ponter's not wearing his big thick coat. And in terms of attendance, about 170, 180 here this afternoon. 172, quite poor considering the chances of actually winning the lead today. But Sholing are in attack with Lee Ward chasing here far right hand side. It will go straight out for a goal kick. Fans not happy with the decision, feel like it was a foul on Sholing, but it will be a goal kick taken by Jordan Tewkesbury. In terms of how Alresford line up this afternoon in the second half, in goal number 1, Jordan Tewkesbury, 2, Liam Hibbard, 3, Sam Burt, 4, George Farrelly, 5, Lucas McCartney, 6, Adam Pearson, 7, Aaron Blacksall, 8, Chris Mason, 9, Paul Coventry, 10, Luke Ray, and 11, Stephen Hall. On the bench, number 12, Louis Russell, 14, Jay Jenkins, 15, Jack Nichols, 16, Luke Pothecary, and 17, Dan Sayers. And it's a goal kick for Alresford, taken by Tewkesbury, which will be congested, headed forward by Byron Mason. Ball back to the left-hand side to McLean, who stumbles and gives the ball away to Stephen Wall. He'll play the ball forward to Aaron Blacksville on the edge of the area. It'll then fall to George Farrelly. Still in attack here, Alresford, but Byron Mason will clean up, pass it back to Ryan Gosney. He'll look to find Brad Target on the left-hand side. He will chase. Tewkesbury does manage to get to the ball first, and quite irrationally kicks the ball out for a Sholing throw-in, which will be taken by Marvin McLean. A couple of players rested today. Pete Castle not here, obviously, and Owen Roundel. It's his 22nd birthday today, so many happy returns for him. But in terms of back in play, Marvin McLean's played the ball in, and Dan Mason's here in possession on the left-hand side in the area. He'll be contested. He'll pass it back to McLean, who'll look to play a ball into the box. He turns his defender, plays the ball across the box. Still in the box here for Alresford Town. Will try and clear now. Byron Mason will try to get the ball back as Alresford attempt to break. Full back to Cuthbertson, who'll switch play onto the right-hand side to find Owen Royal. Lee Watt heads it back to Royal. Ball looks to try and find Dan Mason in behind. Brad Target manages to pick it up. Oh, and it's a save from Tewkesbury. First real chance of Sholing of the afternoon in this second half. Sort of out of nowhere, but Sholing are still in attack here. And Sam Burt will tackle for a Sholing throw-in. Alresford will look to recover and try and just pick up the pieces. Looking a bit brighter so far in the second half, Matt.
Yeah, lovely little hold-up play from Dan Mason to allow Brad Target to run onto that ball, get his shot away. It took a bobble in the penalty area, but Sholing have got to put those chances away at some point this game.
Yes, absolutely. Brad Target still possession here. Looks to play a ball across the box, only to find an Alresford defender, and they will clear all the way to Marvin McLean. Still inside the Alresford half. He'll turn though. Excellent turn there from McLean. He plays the ball up the line to Dan Mason on the edge of the area, under pressure from the Alresford defenders. Can he get a shot off? It takes a deflection, and Tewkesbury will clean up. Yes, obviously, looks like Dave Dyfus had words at half-time, and Sholing have come out much brighter in this second half. So Tewkesbury will look to kick the ball upfield, trying to find Aaron Blacksall and Paul Coventry, but Dan Miller will head it. It then falls to Chris Mason, number 8. His ball forward only ends up in the hands of Ryan Gosney. So an Ultras, as usual, in full voice, entertaining all the crowd all afternoon. Ryan Gosney's goal kick goes all the way out for a corner, which will be taken by Jake Hall. Yes, so just one more goal between either of them, Dan Mason and Lee Ward, to give them their century. A remarkable feat, considering in just 52 games in all competitions, they haven't played in all of them. But Jake Hall will take the corner here on the right-hand side. Plenty of body forward. Bradley Target on the edge of the area. It's punched away by Tewkesbury. Dan Mason will look to Byron Mason will look to challenge. Alresford clear it. Marvin McLean will pick up under pressure. Byron Mason with his... and he'll pass it back all the way to Ryan Gosney. Under pressure from Luke Ray. He'll have to clear quite quickly out the field. Trying to find Dan Miller, who stayed up from that corner. It's number 4, Cuthbertson. Plays the ball upfield again. Trying to find Lee Wart. Dan Miller's in possession, but the referee has given a free kick against Sholing. Much to the discontent of many of the Sholing fans. And that is the 3rd ball to go out of the ground this afternoon. So I'm fairly confident that we will not reach the feats of the remarkable 14 on Tuesday. Of course, Sholing did win 5-0 on Thursday night. At home to Hamworthy. But it is a goal kick for Alresford to be taken by Tewkesbury.
Surprised to see Dan Miller still so high up in the field. Usually he drops back after a corner or an opportunity. Interesting to see the fact that he was ready to take the shot. I mean, it blazed over the bar and the referee had already blown for a free kick and it's gone out of play anyway. Making it ball number 3 out of the ground for the day. We can see, no, it's actually quite nice to see quite a few. I know we said there's only about 172 here today, but it's nice to see the Sholing Ultras and hear them in full voice. We've been saying, they've been chanting about aeroplanes going past the helicopter over on the left-hand side in the first half. It's been quite amusing. You'll never beat Dan Miller. They do love their chants. They do love this club as well, which is fantastic to see. The support at non-league, which we always love to talk about. It is a shame, though, with no Premier League football on. England played last night. No one really bothers to watch that. With 5-0 easy win. Sterling got a hat-trick. Who really cares? It's not about that. It's about Lee Wart and Dan Mason. Why aren't they playing for England? They've got 99 goals between them this season. Imagine them up front for England.
I think you might be dreaming slightly in the terms of the golfing class there, Mr. Ponter. But Ryan Gosney will take the goal kick, which will be headed out by Sam Burt for a Sholing throw-in on the right-hand side. And that's ball number 4. This tally is building up quite quickly. The ball's in play. Battle in the middle of the park here. With Stephen Hall looking to play the ball up pitch. Only to find Cuthbertson. Goes out again from Alresford for another Sholing throw-in. And that's the 5th ball. That's 2 in a minute. Maybe eating my words again. Ball's played up line, trying to find Dan Mason. Alresford will just pick up and clear up the pitch to find Dan Miller. He plays it to the right towards Cuthbertson. A slight missed kick into the middle of the park, giving the ball away to Chris Mason, but Alex Saw will pick up and try to play up to Lee Wart. Ball goes out again, though, for an Alresford throw-in.
We saw it a lot in the first half, Matt. Just Sholing losing the ball in their own half, in their own possession, nice and comfortable. They give the ball away. They seem to be doing it again at the start of this second half, and it really does beg the question: are Alresford going to take advantage of that and actually push forward? They hit the post on 6 minutes anyway, 7 minutes into the first half. And haven't really shown many signs of danger since. Ryan Gosney's been tested a few times, but every shot's been straight at him. He's had nothing uncomfortable to deal with, really. It has to be said, neither goalkeeper has been tested too much throughout the game so far. So hopefully we'll see a few more chances this second half as Sholing have a throw-in over on the far side.
Yes, they do. But we saw this, you here for the Bournemouth match as well, Matt, and they played quite poorly in that first half as well, only to come out and win 2-1 in the end. So it's not to say they couldn't do the same here, but the ball is on the halfway line with Dan Miller playing the ball forward on the left-hand side to Marvin McLean, who will look to drive forward. He's got Bradley Target in front of him. He plays the ball inside. He finds Jake Cool, look to play the ball across pitch, but Alresford will pick up and it goes out for a corner. Crowd starting to get behind Sholing here. They'll be looking for a goal here before the hour mark, just to try and ease the nerves of all players on the pitch. But Alex Sawyer will take the corner on the left-hand side. Again, just 2 players left back, one of them being Marvin McLean. And he will take, won't be the first man, but it will go out for another corner. They've got to take the chances here, Sholing. So again, Jake Hall will take the corner. Again, the ball's played in. This time it does beat the first man. Punched away by Tewkesbury. It's on the edge of the area. Alresford will try and clear. Ball's played up again back towards Jake Hall. only to find Stephen Hall, who will now look to try and counter for Alresford. But well cleaned up quite quickly by Sholing, by Cuthbertson, but it falls again to Chris Mason, who plays the ball forward to Luke Ray. Well picked up though by Alex Sawyer, who now plays the ball onto the right-hand side to find Lee Wart. Can he play an early ball in? No, he plays it back to Owen Royal, who'll play it back again to Cuthbertson. He will then switch play to number 3, Marvin McLean, here on the left-hand side. Plenty of time and space in front of him. He plays it forward to Brad Target. He will now look to drive at Liam Hibbard. He takes his man on, but he's under pressure here with his back to goal. He plays it back to Marvin McLean. He's now got space. He now plays it into the middle of the pitch to Byron Mason. Plenty of space up on the right-hand side, and he'll find Owen Royal. He then does get a ball into the box, but it falls to Byron Mason on the volley, on the half turn, first time, but it skies over the bar, out for a goal kick for Alresford. And we're back to see our first substitution of the afternoon for Sholing. Number 7, Jake Hall, is coming off in replace of number 16, Jamie Bullpitt, who also came on as a substitute on Tuesday night's defeat to Havant and Waterlooville in the semi-final of the Hampshire Senior Cup. Just slowly coming back after a long spell out through injury, Jamie Bullpitt. But he was quite effective when he came on Tuesday night. Plenty of energy, fresh set of legs. Maybe that's what Sholing need this afternoon.
Potentially so. Jake Hall's been playing well in the recent fixtures here at the Universal Stadium, from what we've seen anyway. But yeah, it's good to see Bullpitt back in full fitness, back on the field to play again. So hopefully we'll see some goals now. He's on the field. And like you said, especially against Havant on Tuesday, he was very influential in bringing a couple of goals back.
Yes, he was. But Alresford are in possession on the right-hand side. They clip a ball forward to Luke Ray. He's under pressure from Dan Miller. But Luke Ray's got a lot of pace, and he manages to get round him, and he kicks the ball out for a corner for Alresford. They haven't had many of these this afternoon, so they'll try to make the most of them. Again, Alresford are one of the few teams that have beaten Sholing in the Southampton Senior Cup 1-0 last month. So they do know how they play, and Sholing will be nervous of the fact of that. But the corner will be taken by Sam Burt on the right-hand side. How much do you think it'll be, Matt, for a victory today, and the fact that they could actually win the league?
Well, I think, if Shaftesbury can hold on to the 1-0 lead, I mean, it'd be great for all the fans that have made it here today to see the fact that Sholing have won the league and say that we were there the day that they claimed the points that they needed. Again, we'll mention it again, the fact that there's not as many fans as you'd expect knowing the position. But then again, I suppose with Sholing's run of form this season, everyone knows that they're going to run away with the league regardless, unless they go on a mad losing spree now and lose every single game and Horndean win every single game, in which case Horndean could win the league. But if you look at the odds for that, it's very unlikely. But yeah, you never know. It's like Leicester. Yeah, it is. It's about 5,000 to 1. Stick a quid on it. Go on.
Absolutely, but it's an Alresford corner here. Played in the middle, and Cuthbertson will look to clean up. We'll try and play the ball forward, but he's under pressure. Plays the ball across pitch to try and find Lee Wart. It does find Wart, but it's only to find an Alresford player, number 6, Adam Pearson. He'll clip it out wide to Liam Hibbard. Trying to keep the ball in play. He couldn't, but it falls for a Sholing throw-in to be taken by Owen Royal. Just wonder what Dave Type maybe said to his players at half-time, Matt, just to try and rally them on and spur them on because they looked tired in that first half. What do you think he might have said to them?
Well, I think he'd have looked at the performance against Bournemouth under 21s in the Senior Cup, Hampshire Senior Cup quarter-final, and the performance there, the fact that they held up very well defensively, and managed to come away with a 2-1 win despite conceding a goal. Again, I think the first half was just about getting themselves into the game. They did show signs of tiredness. The likes of Byron Mason making a few mistakes that you wouldn't usually see him make, especially Dan Mason up top as well. Just seemed to be walking around, wandering, waiting for a ball to come to him, trying to hold it up and couldn't. He's up against a very strong back line from Alresford actually as well. Haven't conceded that many goals in the turn of 2019. Yeah, I think it's just a case of It might be a bit of fatigue, of course, from the congested fixture list, playing Tuesday, Thursday and now today as well, using only 23 players all season as well, which is fantastic. Total appearances for the 23 players, or the whole team, is over 4,600, 4,603 to be exact. And of course, 15 of those have been at the club for 5 or more years, which is it's an amazing commitment for most of them. You know, Dan and Byron Mason being some of them, Lee Wart as well, knocking his way into that list. It's a fantastic achievement for the club to get this far as well.
Absolutely, but Alresford will look to play it on the attack here, but Cuthbertson will clean up for a Alresford throw in here on the left-hand side. But Sholing do look a lot sharper. They are moving the ball quicker, playing more direct. Throw will be taken here on the far side by Sam Burt. It's in play on the edge of the area. Paul Coventry will look to turn. Plays the ball in, only to the hands of Ryan Gosney, who play the ball early out wide to Brad Targett. He picks up possession. He's got Dan Mason in front of him, but he's dispossessed by Lucas McCartney, who drives forward and tries to clip a ball out wide to try and find Luke Ray, but it only goes out for a throw-in. It'll be taken early by Owen Rule, played it back to Ryan Gosney. He's under pressure there from Paul Coventry. Clips the ball forward. Dan Mason will pick up and he will find Alex Sawyer. He's got Brad Targett to the right of him. He finds him on the edge of the area here. Mistouches it and it falls to Alresford, who'll manage to clear. Owen Moore again here with the throw on the right-hand side. Just picking the pace of play up slightly here, Sholing. It's still in play here with Owen Moore. He clips the ball forward. On the edge of the area is Dan Mason with his back to goal. He turns. He finds Marvin McLean out wide. Ball now in the box of Alresford. McLean plays the ball across goal. It's deflected by Alresford defender. It's still in possession on the edge. Alex Sawyer will try and play the ball into the box. He does. Only into the hands of Tewkesbury. He will clean up and just take his time to let his players regain their shape. But you just feel like the momentum slowly building here for Sholing. The goal is going to come. Tewkesbury plays the ball forward. And it's lose the ball very quickly, and Byron Mason will pick up. He'll find Lee Ward just on the halfway line here. Poor pass, suicide pass there from Mason to Bullpit, who's dispossessed.
You just feel, Matt, there's a lack of pace, there's a lack of energy in this game. We've just seen Marv McLean in the box. He was very slow to react, to get the ball in towards the box, you know, drive it across. All he had to do was fizz the ball across. He tried to chip it over instead, and now we can see Sholing on the attack down the left.
Yes, on the left, and Brad Targett's played on the left-hand side. He's cut into the box, fires a shot across goal to be punched away by Tewkesbury, but it's much better from Sholing.
It's almost like they heard me then. That's the sort of energy, that's the sort of pace we've seen from Sholing this season. That's exactly how they need to play the second half. And I know they're tired from their so many games this month and so many games this season, but that's the pace that they need. That's the energy that they're going to need to beat Alresford today.
Well, I think as we saw in that first half, Brad Targett was about the only sort of player that did have a lot of energy about him and did do the right things and drive into the right areas. If everyone was playing a bit like him, I think this game would have been wrapped up already. But we are in possession with Alresford in their inside their own half. We've got a throw in on the far side for Sholing. You can just hear the Solent Ultras still trying to spur their team on, knowing what a result means today in the grand scheme of the league. Alresford will play the throw in forward. And Alresford are inside the Sholing half here, playing the ball forward, trying to find Cuthbertson, but it's been called offside. Ryan Gosney will take. Ryan Gosney will take the free kick here, plays the ball up, trying to find Dan Mason, headed forward by Adam Pearson. Out for another Sholing throw in on the right-hand side, trying to play men forward. On the far side, Owen Royal will take the throw in. Finds Lee Wart, plays it back to Royal. Managed to get the ball back to Lee Ward, who can now drive at the Alresford defence on the edge of the area. Takes a shot on the edge of the area across goal, but just clips over the top left-hand corner, out for a Alresford goal kick. Dave Diaper just on the far side, clapping, trying to spur his players on, just trying to find every ounce of energy to get a result today. Try and find that goal. Alresford in no rush here. A 0-0 draw for them would be considered a good result at what's become a fortress here at the Universal Stadium, where goals seem to flood in every week from Lee Wart and Dan Mason. But Tewkesbury will take the goal kick. Headed forward by Byron Mason out to the far side, where Sam Burt will pick up for Alresford. They'll look to drive into the Sholing half now. He's down the line, under pressure from Lee Wart. Lee Wart does dispossess, but it goes out for a throw-in on the far side. We look to play this early. He plays it back to Liam Hibbard. Chris Mason will pick up. He'll try and clip the ball into the Sholing box, only to be headed away by Cuthbertson. Chris Mason again heads the ball to the left, and picks up again just inside the Sholing half. Diagonal ball played into the box again, but the referee calls for a free kick. Ryan Gosney will look to try and take early. Changes his mind and sets up to allow his Sholing players to retake their shape. Plenty of players warming up on the far side for Alresford Town. By God, he does take the kick though. Uncontested, Alresford head the ball forward. Ball pit will head it again. Just need to get the ball down on the floor here and play some football and stop playing this football tennis, basically, Matt.
Well, you feel as though if Alresford get the first goal, Sholing have got a lot to turn on in the remaining 20 minutes or so of this game, because it's only going to take one goal for Alresford, and Sholing are suddenly going to be worrying again like they did against Havant, and it's just going to be quick fire, trying to get that goal. But that's how they should be playing now. They've got to be careful, of course, at the back, because Dan Miller, there's no Pete Castle here today. Marv McLean, Owen Royal dropping back as well. Cuthbertson's having to play a centre-back role. It's not where he's used to playing. Used to playing over on the left or on the right-hand side of the left or right back, full-back position. As Dan Miller heads it away nicely and towards the path of ball pit. But again, just losing possession like that, Matt, they can't do it. They can't afford it.
No, we're not used to seeing it either. We're used to Sholing keeping possession, building up, playing nicely, working the right areas. Ryan Gosney will play a short ball, only to find Alresford again, and they are in possession inside the Sholing half. Owen will try to pick up, but in possession on the left-hand side is Aaron Blaxall. Cuthbertson will try and clean up, but he's under pressure from two players. He plays it forward to Bullpit. He'll turn. Look to play a ball forward, but again the ball is given away cheaply and just unnecessarily, and Alresford will look to try and counter again with Sam Burt on the left-hand side. He plays the ball across the box. It does go far wide and goes straight out for a goal kick for Ryan Gosney. How many clean sheets again has Ryan Gosney got this season, Matt?
I think it's around about 28 or 29. I think Greg Dixon, he's listening over there on the far side. I'm going to try and stare at him if he is listening. I think he's having a chat with someone, but he told me 28 in the clubhouse earlier on today, so it's on his head if that's wrong.
Yes, it is. But on comes the Tannoy for the first substitution in the afternoon for Alresford Town. Looks like number 9, Paul Coventry, will go off and to be replaced by number 12, Louis Russell, who will now come into the frame. No echo, Master Ponser, no echo. But Ryan Gosney will take the goal kick. It does find Dan Mason. He's got Brad Target in front of him. He does try to play the ball just in front of him, but far too heavy a touch from Byron, who's had a little bit of an off day today, Byron Mason. Giving the ball away far too cheaply. He's normally the wall in the middle there, keeping everything disciplined and organised, but he's been making far too many mistakes himself. Marvin McLean will pick the ball up inside his own half. He's got Dan Mason to the left of him. They need to move the ball quicker though. Ball's played forward for Brad Target, but there's just too much weight on it. And it only goes to the possession of Tewkesbury, who allows the ball to go out of play for a goal kick. But yes, Byron Mason, quite disappointing actually in that first half, Matt.
It's not just Byron Mason. Dan Mason's getting annoyed with Brad Target here as well. Brad obviously felt as though he was offside and didn't run for the ball. Yeah, he played to the whistle. That's the way you've always been taught to play from a young age. But no, Byron Mason, he's been strong in the centre of midfield once again, as always. But yeah, he's been misplacing a few passes, and there it looked to me it looked as if he was in an offside position running back on. So maybe that's why he didn't want to touch it originally. But then he just got too much behind it and just knocked it into the path of Tewkesbury. It's almost like most of the players are just hoping that they can just get one goal and that's it. As one other ball goes out of play for number 6 of the day.
Yes, that is the 6th ball of the afternoon. Just number 4, George Farrelly, currently on the floor, looking to be in some sort of discomfort. Alresford bench don't look too worried. They've remained on the touchline. Just needs to put his socks up and get back on his feet. But play will resume here on the far side. The throw-in by Owen Royal. Yes, Rory Delap's last throw. Is that what Sholing need, perhaps? Anyway, the ball is played into the box, headed on by Dan Miller. Tries to find Lee Wart. Fantastic defending there from Alresford Town. But it's still in Sholing possession with Alex Sawyer. He plays the ball awkwardly back to Marvin McLean. Now to Cuthbertson. The Sholing players do not want the ball at the moment on their own half. Cuthbertson recovers well and he plays the ball out wide to Alex Sawyer. Again, no one's showing options for. He plays it back to McLean. He's got no one around him again now. He clips the ball forward in hope, only to find an Alresford Town player. They then clip it forward. Now Louis Russell trying to come into the frame for the first time. And Stephen Hall. Oh no, it's a goal for Alresford Town. A goal for Alresford Town, scored by number 11, Stephen Hall. A lot of confusion looking at the back there for Sholing, where they fear the ball should have been called offside. It wasn't. Play went on. The ball clipped through. Stephen Hall with plenty of space in front of him. Ryan Gosney tried to come and close him down, but the ball was chipped over him and it floated and bounced into the net for a goal that you'd say has come against the run of play, Matt.
You would say it's come against the run of play, but what did I tell you? It's only going to take a chance like that for Alresford, and that's Sholing's 100% record in this league at jeopardy. And the fact that they could win the league today, do you think I don't know if it's got to them. The fact that Shaftesbury are 1-0 up still. I think they're still 1-0 up. Not entirely sure because I can't check at the moment. But it just looks as if the defence stopped. Everyone just stopped, looked at the linesman. Obviously, it was a fantastic ball played through by Luke Ray to Stephen Hall to clip it in. And a lovely chip over Ryan Gosney as well. Fantastic goal. I want to watch that one back if someone's filmed it. But it just seemed as though the defence stopped in red and white. There was no one running for it, and Ryan Gosney was helpless. He just had to come out and try and do what he had to do. Unfortunately, it was chipped over him and into the back of the net. Sholing now with about 10 minutes to try and salvage something.
Yes, not good indeed, but the ball is in the Alresford box. Jerry Bullput trying to contest, but they've managed to clear the ball back to Cuthbertson. He's on his own inside his own half. It will go out for a throw-in. Again, no urgency. There's too many players still on the Alresford back line, not coming to Owen Royal to try and find him. It's look as if they're just trying to hope for a ball to be played and hit and hope into the right areas. Ryan Gosney will clip a ball forward again, finding an Alresford Town player. Headed forward by Bullpit. He'll find Dan Mason who's back to goal. Byron will now play it out wide to Brad Target. He's on the edge of the area. Can he turn his man? He turns his man onto his left foot. His shot goes wide. But Brad Target, the only glimmer of bright spark at the moment. Even he's off target today. But yeah, sorry for the pun there. Not good at all. But yes, it's almost as if Sholing are doing a bit of a Liverpool here. They've got such a good opportunity here, doing ever so well, but they're just going to drop points today, perhaps.
Well, let's hope not. But as you said, they're very slow to react when they lose possession. Sholing at the moment. I mean, leaving Cuthbertson on his own at the back, and we've just seen what happened when Alresford can break away, and their fans were delighted to see that ball going to the back of the net. As again, Luke Ray now chases this one, and Ryan Gosney doesn't want it. He doesn't want that ball played across the back, and that's the problem with Sholing. And again, a bit of miscommunication. That's just come straight off Byron Mason's back and out for a throw into Alresford.
I think what Sholing really want is a break, don't they? I think they you're going to put it down to this congestion of fixtures. We haven't seen them play like this. We've been here many times so far this season. We've never seen them play in this sort of way. They look tired, frustrated, and I don't want to make excuses for them, but maybe this congestion of fixtures is finally getting to them.
Oh, it seems so at the moment, but if they score, we won't be saying that, will we? It depends. I really don't know what Dave Diper set out to do today. I think he was looking for the 0-0 by the sounds of it. With the way they've been playing, they've been very, very relaxed. Sholing more relaxed than ever in a game. It just doesn't look as if they're playing for that win at the moment.
No, but we're just under 10 minutes left. It's a free kick for Sholing inside their own half after a foul on Lee Wart. Sholing players look to flood forward quickly. Ryan Gosney will take. Almost every single player apart from Gosney is now inside the Alresford town half. Gosney plays the ball, trying to find Dan Miller and Mason on the edge of the area. Brad Target will now contest. It's still in the Alresford town box, but number 5, Lucas McCartney, will look to take the ball out of the danger area. And ball number 8 now goes out of the ground for this afternoon. Nope, did not go out. We stand corrected. We stand corrected. Hit the tree and came back in. Lovely. That's number 7. Number 7. It's a throw in front of us. To be taken by Marvin McLean. Again, not enough movement for him. Finds Dan Miller into the Alresford town half box still. He clips the ball past the back post to Lee Ward. He plays the ball back into the danger area. Tewkesbury will catch the ball, fall to the ground, and he'll be in no rush here as Alresford Town lead 1-0 against Sholing here at the Universal Stadium. With under 10 minutes left to play. Tewkesbury plays the ball forward. Owen Royal will pick up. Again, the ball clipped up the line. Trying to find Mason, but it falls past Lee Ward, falls past Dan Mason. Dan Miller now heads the ball. Cuthbertson plays it back to Gosney. Again, doesn't want the ball, plays it first time. Out wide to Liam Hibbard, under no pressure, but Target now floods in. Great pressure from Target. Looks to be blocked, referee doesn't give anything. Then Farrelly will play the ball forward into the right area, but just a bit too long. Gosney is able to regain possession. He now plays the ball early out wide to Owen Royal. He turns back inside and plays the ball backwards. It's not what they want at the moment. Again, ball played forward by Gosney. His and hope to Byron Mason. Can McLean get to the ball? He does, inside the Alresford town half. He will now drive down the left-hand wing. Better from Sholing. He takes on his man. Now can he get a ball across the box? He does. Only to an Alresford town player. It's on the edge of the area. Picked up by Luke Ray. He will clear. Still in play here. Great touch there from Blacksall. But Byron Mason comes back and cleans up. He plays the ball back to Gosney. Doesn't want it. He plays the ball forward. It's the middle of the pitch where a free header uncontested for Alresford. Chris Mason plays the ball into the edge of the Sholing area. It's picked up by Luke Ray on the edge still. He plays the ball on the overlapping run from Sam Burt. He plays the ball into the box. Straight to the hands of Gosney. Marvin McLean now. Looking to take on his player. He's forced backwards and he plays it all the way back to Gosney. All the way back to the Sholing goalkeeper. He then plays it to Owen Royal. They've got to get outside their own half here, Sholing, if they want to get an equaliser at the very least. Plays it forward to Bullpit. He turns into danger. No communication. It does fall to Lee Wart. Tackled by Sam Burt. And now ball number 8 does go out of the ground, Matt. Number 8. And we're still in possession here. Ball clipped into the box. Trying to find Dan Mason. He pushes 5. Lucas McCartney to the ground and a free kick's given.
Thank you, Michael Owen, for clarifying that Sholing have to get into the attacking half to try and score. Very good quote from you indeed, Matt. What can I say? I'm stunned, to be honest, watching Sholing this afternoon. They always play for the win. today, it doesn't look as if they're going to get it. At the moment, Alresford have set up very well defensively, so all credit to them at the moment for holding on. They're playing for that 1-0 win now, as they look to make maybe another substitution just before the end of the game. Sholing definitely looking if they're going to make a second substitution. Just trying to see over on the far side who they might bring on. Can't quite see the number. It's definitely do or die now for Sholing to get the point and hold on to that unbeatable record at the moment in the Wessex Premier League.
Yes, I mean, I know we're talking about the fact that they could win the league today, but the fact that they lose takes away their Invincibles record this season, which should be gutting for Dave Diaper and his team. But it looks as if a substitution is in the mix on the far side. Can't quite see who's warming up and getting ready. That's an Alresford throw-in. Played down line towards Luke Ray. Instrumental in that goal again for Alresford. Cuthbertson picks the ball up, but he's under pressure still from Ray, who dispossesses him. And then, dangerous area here, Alresford. Play the ball into the box. Gosney picks up, needs to play it quickly. McLean's on, needs to turn. He's still inside his own half. Plays it forward to Lee Wart, who's now switched from the other side of the wing. Tries to play the ball over. In behind for McLean. He's chasing, but McCartney will see the ball out. And it's a Sholing throw-in. They'll play McLean, plays the ball early into the box. Trying to find Lee Wart at Alresford, managed to clear again. They've been resilient in defence here this afternoon, Alresford, withstanding all the attacks that Sholing have thrown at them, and they've managed to keep the clean sheet so far. But in the Sholing half, Louis Russell's now in the frame, contesting here with Cuthbertson. He wins the battle in possession still. Russell goes down through Cuthbertson, and it's a free kick for Alresford in a dangerous area.
Just under 3 minutes to go. What can Sholing pull out the bag? And there's a yellow card over on the far side. It's only the second yellow on the game. A yellow card, Matt.
Very surprising considering some of the challenges we did see in the first half and not given. But substitution is now being made. Brady Norton, number 12, is coming on. And Alex Sawyer will go off for the last 3 minutes. They've left plenty of players back, Alresford. Only 3 players in the box looking to try and get us on the end of this.
We've got Brad Targett, Marv McLean, Dan Mason, Lee Wart just hanging around as well, as Alresford just get the shot away. Offside flag did go up, but it looks as if Gosney's just going to clear this one low towards Dan Mason, and again, just not picking up the ball.
Now Brady's into the frame, plays it to Byron Mason, he plays it out wide to number 10, Lee Wart. He's got Marv McLean just to the left of him, he cuts inside, he's under pressure. He does find McLean. Can McLean now get a ball into the box? On the edge of the area, Norton's now in the frame. He plays it back to Byron Mason. Plays it to the just to the right of him to Cuthbertson. He'll clip a ball into the box. Oh, and it wasn't a cross, it was a shot. Not unrealistic area, but someone's got to have a go if they hope to salvage a point here this afternoon. Cuthbertson takes a shot from about 30 yards out, but comfortably caught by Tewkesbury. Again, plays it deep. Dan Miller will head the ball forward, trying to find Norton. He does manage to pick it up and play it to Owen Royal. Again, another ball tried to play forward, but that is ball number 9 to have gone out the Universal Stadium this afternoon. We've had a right flurry of balls go out in the last 10-15 minutes, Matt.
They have been, as now comes on Jack Nicholas for Alresford. Jack Nichols coming on. Well, they're just taking their time now, Alresford. How many minutes have been added on is the other question as we hit the 90. But Sholing have just got to go for it now. You might even see Ryan Gosney in the box trying to score that goal that will keep their unbeaten record alive.
And we're in possession at the back with Cuthbertson on his own inside his own half. Plays it forward to Byron Mason. Lovely little deft touch to find Norton. Plays it forward. The run is not carried on by either of the Masons. And it goes straight to Tewkesbury. He will take his time. He is in no rush. His team are in front. 1-0 here. Alresford versus Sholing. Minutes remaining. And it's a Sholing throw in here on the far right-hand side. He'll play it early. No, he won't. Markley, he changes his mind. Plays it back to Gosney again. Never seen Gosney have so much possession this afternoon, Matt. And Cuthbertson, just on the edge of his own area, driving forward. Under pressure, though, from Russell. Misplaced pass, only to find Jack Nichols. Plays it forward to Russell. Gosney will manage to pick up. Cleans up. A little bit discontent from some of the Sholing players amongst themselves. But Gosney will again play the ball forward. Byron Mason trying to pick up possession. Plays it back to Owen Royal. Another misplaced pass. Easy error from Sholing, not necessary. Ryan Gosney's had to come out of his own box. He's picked up the ball. He's won the ball. Played it forward. Only to go out of play. But he's given some Sholing some entertainment this afternoon, Matt.
It's like he's on his PlayStation holding down triangle, making the keeper come out, for those of you that get the reference on FIFA. Ryan Gosney's definitely tried to play his part this afternoon, of course. But again, Sholing just looked tired today.
Yeah, it's just Alresford trying to wind down at the minutes. And it's George Farrelly in possession. Under pressure, though, from Byron Mason. He plays it to Russell. He plays it all the way back inside his own half to Adam Pearson. He plays the ball first time forward. Cuthbertson again will play the ball first time on the volley all the way forward. Only to go out of play. And that is ball number 10 this afternoon. 4 off the record. 4 off the record. I don't think we'll meet the record. No. There's only 2 in that first half, wasn't it? Anyway, minutes remaining. Seconds remaining. Cuthbertson trying to get the ball forward. Under pressure, though. Luke Ray. You have to give Alresford Town credit, though, this afternoon for how they've stuck at it, got the goal, and looks like they're going to keep the clean sheet as well. Free kick. Free kick given against Sholing. Appeared pushed by Dan Miller on Chris Mason. Sholing fans not particularly happy with that decision. And Tewkesbury will come and take the free kick. All the players walking. No panic, no rush. Opportunity to catch their breaths and hope that the ref will very quickly blow that final whistle. Alresford fans trying to get behind them. They'll be absolutely delighted with how their teams played this afternoon to come away with not only a victory but a clean sheet here at the Universal Stadium. Something very, 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 very few teams can do here. But it's especially in this league. And Ryan Gosney will again. I can't remember how many times he's done that, but he's playing the ball forward again, trying to deep into the Alresford Town half. Finds no Sholing player, and it's Owen Royal. Again, all the Sholing players are forward. Only 2 left in their own half. Trying to find Dan Miller. Well head forward, though, by Lucas McCartney. Byron Mason. He's got to get the ball in early. Now Brad Target on the right-hand side. Can he drive at the defence? One more chance for Sholing, perhaps. It goes out for a throw-in. This has got to be it. This has got to be it for Sholing. This ball's got to go into the box. Owen Royal with the throw-in. All the Sholing players forward. Just Cuthbertson left. And that's it. That's the final whistle. And that's the final whistle. Alresford Town have beat Sholing at the Universal Stadium. The invincible record will not happen this season for Sholing. It is finished. Alresford Town 1, Sholing 0. Matt, sum up what would have been a very unhappy afternoon for Sholing.
Preston North End, Arsenal, Juventus, AC Milan. Unfortunately, not Sholing Football Club that will join that list of invincible teams for a league season at least. It's disappointing, really, from Sholing this afternoon. Didn't look as if they came out for the win, although the fans always say they do try and play for the win. Nice to see the Ultras still singing away. Of course they love their team, but I think that sums it up. All of the Sholing players just going straight down to the tunnel. Not many of them going over to the Ultra fans this afternoon like they usually would do. It's been a disappointing game from their half, and I'm sure they're all shattered from the games they've been playing this week. You know, Tuesday, the 3-2 loss to Havant, they gave it their all in the second half in that game. But again, they're just showing signs of tiredness. I thought against Hamworthy in midweek, do you think that maybe they've given too much in that game, winning 5-0, but they were only 1-0 up at half-time as well. It's only the second half where they really came out and showed their class. This afternoon, though, tired legs, tired minds. Ryan Gosney tried his best to keep his men going. Unfortunately for Byron Mason, not the best game he's played here at the Universal Stadium in quite a while. And for Sholing, that unbeaten record does go. And unfortunately, it ends here at the Universal Stadium as well.
Well, next up for Sholing is Hamble away, where they can hopefully try and still wrap up the league. As I think as it stands, Horndean did lose this afternoon. Still waiting for that final